So now we'll move on to, there's two other races that we need to handle. The 140th State House and then also the 137th State House. The 140th is primarily in South Norwalk, and the current incumbent is Travis Sims. The 137th is East Norwalk, the hospital area, and that's Chris Perrone. We'll start with the 140th. Now, what's different about this is that for these two races, only those of you who are on the town committee who live within those state legislative districts can vote. According to the roster that we have here, I'll start with the 140th. That includes Frank Morrow, Rick McQuaid, Harold Bonet, John Flynn, Jonathan Riddle, and Tony and Maria Lopez. So you are the only ones who are eligible to nominate or endorse or vote. So now, within this group, for the 140th, do any of you wish to make a nomination? Is there any nomination? Okay, I'll ask a couple more times. Are there any other nominations? Is there a nomination? Is there a nomination? Okay, there are no nominations. And so in the event of this, we will not run a candidate for that. So before I close this, I just want to ask those of you who are in the 140th, is there any objection to us officially filing this with the Secretary of State as no candidate? Question? You're not in the district. So, okay, so we close. It's settled for the 140th. We'll now move on to the 137th. The 137th are the following individuals: Maureen Bonifant, Richard Bonifant, Micah Corderman, Liz Conti, Thomas Cullen, Tad Diesel, Luis Estrella, Alexandra Kemeny, John Miller, James Anderson, Carol Andrioli, Reed Auerbach, Larry Cafaro, Diana Christopher, Jason Christopher, Michael Foley, Glenn Iannacone, John Tobin, and Scott Vitar, and Charlie Yost. We got a lot. So, okay, so for the 137th House, do any of you wish to make a nomination? Do any of you wish to make a nomination? Are there any nominations? Okay, I'm not hearing any nominations. So I'm going to close this, and unless there's an objection from anyone in the 137th, we will file this as no candidate. I hear no objections, it's done. We will have no candidate for the 137th. All right. On a more pleasant note, let's hear from our candidates for that. Sure.
Did that have to be done tonight? Is there no way to add a candidate after today? I don't think a lot of us understand the process. Yeah.
No, someone can still run.
Yeah, so these two districts are both all within Norwalk, and so they have to be handled by the town committee process. They're not handled by conventions like we had for the multi-district ones. The town committee, we have to meet within a certain time frame. It's anywhere from tonight until early next week. And so we're holding our meeting tonight. So the short answer is this meeting was established for those nominations. And we've asked many people. We've asked people if they'd be willing to even just put their name on the ballot, and we unfortunately just do not have any takers. I'm personally disappointed. I'd like us to run everybody for every office, like I said before. So, yes.
Who was the last Republican candidate that ran for the 137th and 140th? I just
For the 137th, 2 years ago, was Ellen Wink.
Okay.
And for the 140th, it was John Flynn.
Oh.
Both lost. Actually, as a party, we've not held either of those two seats for
For a while, yeah.
decades. Yeah. So those are tough districts, and so
They're tougher now. The lines.
Right.
short.
So it's unfortunate, but that's where we're at. So why don't we, no, John, fire away.
I'm a registered Republican now after 45 years.
Yes,
I registered last week. I was
Thank you.
Unaffiliated.
thank you.
So I'm in that same district. So we're just giving up these seats then, is that?
What
to the
district are you in?
Democrats?
Yes.
What's the
district are you
sense of
in?
that?
Well, is anybody here willing to run for those seats?
Well, my wife will divorce me if I run for anything.
Well,
See?
Do we want that or not, John? I don't know. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it isn't. I don't know.
I wouldn't even, I keep my hands right here.
Yeah.
You're
So,
sitting in District E.
well, look.
Only a couple of slivers.
Yeah. Look, I mean, you know, we can all bemoan the fact that we wish it was different. But at the end of the day, if the way I operate is if I don't like something, I look to myself to do something about it. So if anybody here changes their mind and wants to run, well, the town committee is still meeting. And so if any of you have changed your heart in the next hour, you know, God bless you, we'll pull you up here and we'll make it happen. So that's where we're at.
What should qualify his street address?
What's your street address?
Sitting in District E here.
There was no seats. I'm
No,
in
he came in like, he's in.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
And there's 2 seats right up here for one.
Yeah. So look, if any of you have a change of heart, you know, the town committee's meeting is still going.
Reopen the vote?
If somebody changes their mind, this meeting is still going on, we can go back to that. We can reconsider.
I just think there's so much there's so much at stake now in our country, in our state,
The beach and all that.
in our town. A lot of us are disgusted, and that's why I've known Fred many years, and that's why I've come out.
Good.
My son Micah is
Yes.
a delegate now.
Yes,
So we have to do something.
okay.
That's
Well,
all I want to say.
okay, thank you. I think everyone agrees with that. Yes, Liz?
Could we allow maybe a 24-hour period or 48-hour period for?
Well, we can recess. Well,
No pressure.
what we can do is I can recess our town committee meeting. We don't adjourn, we recess. And then if a candidate or candidates come forward in the next few days, because I think we have until next Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, 24th. All right. So here's the deal. Okay, we're going to make a deal here. We'll recess the meeting. If anybody comes forward, and I'm asking all of you to either look within or get somebody you know, and if somebody says, look, I've got this person or that person for these 2 seats, then what we can do is Diana can send an email out to all of us. We can call we can come back from recess, set something up quickly, and we can put somebody on. Okay? Yeah, done. All right, sorry? Just for these 2, yes.
But the candidate themselves have.
Yes, absolutely, yes. Yeah, they have to live in the district and everything, yes, yeah.
Has anybody reached out to the previous candidates and asked if they reconsidered running again?
Well, one candidate's in jail. Yeah, the other candidate, yes. I've personally reached out to, the other candidate, I've personally reached out to John Flynn on several occasions. He's been very occupied running for the U.S. Senate. So that's really been foremost on his mind.
Do we have any? No longer Republican.
Oh, he isn't?
She's unaffiliated now.
Oh, just recently, because he was a Republican at the Foxborough.
Ellen.
Well, Ellen we know, yeah, Ellen is, yes. And she did us a favor. She did that to help us out, actually.
You could run her and upset you.
All right. But are we okay with that? So we'll keep that strategy going. Is that fine? Okay, good. All right, good.